Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, it is a sad day today that we woke up with the sad news of a fire incident at this school, Utumishi Senior School, where at about 12:45 a.m., a fire broke out in one of the dorms on the second floor of that particular dorm. And the dorm is completely destroyed, together with a lot of injuries to our learners. And unfortunately, we lost some of our learners in that incident. I'm going to give you those figures. Ladies and gentlemen, this particular school has a total girls population of 815 girls. At the time of the incident, the girls that were in school were 808. 7 of the girls were at home for various reasons. Out of the 808 girls, 79 were injured and taken to the hospital. They were treated, and 71 of them were discharged. We have 7 currently admitted, and 1 has been picked by the parent from the hospital. Out of that number of 808, we have 16 fatalities whose identities will be identified. The process of accounting will be taking place with our investigators. It's an unfortunate incident. At the time of the fire, responses were received from our security agencies, and we'll be talking more about it, from STU, KDF, County Fire Brigade, and the Kenya Red Cross, among others. The response teams, of course, managed to put out the fire by about 3 a.m., but by then the damage had already been done. We currently have our CSI in place from the DCI headquarters, who are processing the scene with, of course, a view of identifying all the victims. Investigations are ongoing, and there's a hotline number 1199, to which we'll be asking the parents to keep reporting, especially those who might have left with their kids when they came earlier. And that hotline number will also be available for counseling. That is the current status of the event. We'll be releasing the learners who are here present with their parents in the course of the day, and we'll continue briefing you on the process of the investigations and the outcome. I take this opportunity to pass, on behalf of the minister and myself, our condolences to the families, and continue wishing those who are injured quick recovery. Thank you.
So perhaps what could be the possible cause of the fire?
Investigations are ongoing, but the identification or the cause of the fire is not yet identified. We'll be able to give you that information once the investigation is complete. But allow my learned colleague, cabinet colleague here, to say a word or two, and the governor, then we can respond to your questions.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
Yes. First of all, let me say, following the information you have been given now, I want to pass my condolences to the families that lost their loved ones. We know that this is a very anxious moment, and even as we account for the 16 so far identified as having passed on, I want to ask the people of Kenya that together we stand with the families, the Utumishi Academy fraternity, and the rest of the family members who have lost their loved ones in prayer, in support. I ask everyone to be patient. We avoid speculation as to the cause of this tragedy. I also want to thank the multi-agency team of disaster response, starting from our county security team led by the county commissioner, the KDF team, the various formed up units, including us too, that came in very fast. As you very well know, most of the students who come to this school are children of our officers who serve in the National Police Service. And so as a ministry and as a family, we stand with everybody. Even as we release the parents whose children are still in school, which is the larger number, and who actually may not have been injured directly, we know that they will need a lot of support, psychosocial support. And the hotline number has been given, which is 1199, basically for people to call for help. And we are working together with the Red Cross, as you know. They are part of the National Disaster Response Team, so that even when parents, when their children have already gone home, we will make sure that even at home, they will receive counseling services and psychosocial support wherever they may be. I just want to say that as a country, this is a serious tragedy. The investigations are going to be thorough. The Director of Criminal Investigation is here. The crime scene investigators are already here. The officers from government chemists are also here. And all processes will be done, including DNA tests, to ensure that these processes are done successfully. And I just want to say that Poleni sana, on behalf of myself, my colleague, our government, we want to say Poleni sana, and we'll continue standing with you.
Was there any interventions?
As we are here, I'm very short. Good morning to all. As we are all gathered here today, it's just a very, very sad morning, as we have all woken up to this disaster. And as you have heard from the two cabinet secretaries of Education and of Interior, we are all working together, both the county government as well as the national government, so that we can make sure that we stand in the gap for these parents. It's really a huge disaster that this morning. And what I can see, or what is happening right now, is also the pairing of the parents with the students who are here, so that at least from that point, we are able to then move to the next level. And as the Cabinet Secretary has said, there is also counseling that's happening or that's available here, as we continue praying for those in the hospital so that they can heal and providing care and services for them. But also as we continue now to the more difficult part, which is figuring out the ones who have lost their lives, as well as informing the families once we get to that point. So as we stand here, we stand in solidarity with the parents, with the school, with the wonderful people of Kenya, the families and the friends and everybody. And as a government together, we are working to make sure that everything that needs to be done is done. And as you have heard, we also have the Director of Criminal Investigations and his team, because it's also important to get to the bottom of what caused the fire, so that we can make sure that it does not happen in the future anywhere else. So asanteni sana, and we continue working on it.